Hey internet friends, welcome back. I have finally got around to editing the video I took of preparing for Felix's third birthday party. We went with the theme Young, Wild, and Three instead of Young, Wild, and Free. And the week leading up to it, I was awesome enough to take an evening for myself and run to the store without any children. They were sleeping. I went. And I didn't rush because our store got moved around and I didn't know where anything was. So I just kind of moseyed about, looked what I was looking for. Stocked up on snacks for Kasper's lunch. I got this awesome detangling brush, which then Felix threw from the second floor landing and it broke. I can move it. I move it over here.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah. Going for your camera's going for a ride, boss. Did you catch that reference? Otherwise, Mr. Meow is helping me open up all of the containers and dump everything in. So I got some more of those little star poofs. I got some multicolored goldfish. I got some bear cookies. What are those called? Teddy Grahams or something? And some cookies for Felix. Oh, look at that slow-mo. That's classy right there. Oh, sorry, Peter just sneezed in the background if you could hear him. And we got some of these mushies. I stocked up on a lot of these like easy to eat items because Felix has been doing super well with his pointing and he's always wanting like either mushies or these little cookies. So I got a lot of those. Probably too much, but you know, at least it'll last. Also, I had no idea that this box of bear cookies came as like packages, but there was so many in each package. Like there's no way Kasper needs that many in his lunch. Anyways, that part of the adventure is done, and this is a look at the pantry. All freshly stocked up. Pouches for the bean, and a bunch of things for Felix to tell me he wants to eat and me to probably say no because it's almost dinner time. Awesome. Now we're on to the good stuff. We are making a super fun Fetty rainbow bit. I call it funfetti, but apparently the box says rainbow bit cake for Felix's birthday. So I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this is Thursday evening, and we were celebrating his birthday on the Saturday with family. So we're mixing up a good old box cake mix. I did an extra egg just to make it extra delicious, I guess. And I did 2 9-inch round pans. Maybe those are 8-inch. I don't remember. And there's some parchment paper. I'm just tracing them so I can make a circle for the bottom of each of the pans so the cake has less chance of sticking. A little bit of cooking oil spray. And Bob's your grandpa. We're going to bake ourselves a cake. And while the cake is baking, we're going to blow up some balloons. And it's going to be hilarious. Also, shout out to Papa Pete for tackling the bucket load of dishes that had built up in the sink because I was busy doing other things during the day. Good times. So cake's in the oven, and now it's time for balloons. I ordered a multi-pack of like green and turquoise and gold, I think gray balloons just off of Amazon, and they came with you can see this like little red doodad. Peter just picked it up off the couch and gave it to me. So I'm watching a video on YouTube on how to use it. It's supposed to like help you tie your balloons. I could not figure it out for the life of me. But you know, I watched 2 videos. Perhaps I watched the same video twice because the first time I thought I understood what I was supposed to do and I clearly did not. And anyways, it ended up saving my nails, which was great. And we blew up all of the balloons. I don't even remember how many it was. I tried to use the pump from the pea pod, but it was not strong enough. I'm sorry, are you doing 2 at the same time? What is happening?
Only works really small.
Make me laugh. You had a look. There was a look about you. We were video, please. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready. It looks like you're holding testicles. That's good. Oh, geez. Elephantitis of the one. I can't. Stop it. I gotta do slow. Oh, God. I can't. They're not really good. Oh God, I'm dying. Oh my God. So after that fantastically good chuckle, we've just been packing up the balloons into a bunch of recycling bags and carting them down to the basement. I say we, I mean Peter. Peter carted them all down to the basement and hid them in the back bedroom / weight room, just so that the cats wouldn't get them, the kids wouldn't get them, and they wouldn't be all over the place, and they'd be easy to bring back upstairs the next night, on Friday night, for us to build the balloon arch. Welcome back to another episode of Getting Stuff Done. This gal. That sounded silly, but I don't even care. Augie's in his crib for a nap, and then he woke up, so then I went and snuggled him back to sleep, and he's still in his crib. I don't know how long it's going to last, but we have things to do. I have icing to make, which is why I have this giant hunk of butter that I need to cut up into pieces. I have a saucepan on the stove, ready to start warming up. My mixer's out, my balloon whisk, because we are making some Swiss meringue buttercream. Because I need to ice Felix's funfetti birthday cake. So I'm going to turn the stove on to get the water simmering. And I need to get out my egg whites and sugar and vanilla and food coloring, because we're going to turn it green. Because I think that's a good idea. So let's get her done. If you're looking for good videos on how to make Swiss meringue buttercream, check out Cupcake Gemma's channel. She's like a professional baker in the UK, in London, I think. And she's got an excellent video on how to make Swiss meringue buttercream. Also, the Scran Line guy, I think he's got a really good video on it as well. On like how to know if your butter is the right consistency, your right temperature, all that. Basically, I'm just doing egg whites and sugar in the mixer bowl set over just a tiny bit of simmering water, because you don't want the bowl to be submerged in the water in any way. You just need the heat, because you're basically going to cook the egg whites without cooking them like you would in an omelet or whatever. And you want to dissolve the sugar. And then once the sugar is dissolved, stick it on your mixer on high with your balloon whisk to pump some air into it. You're basically making a meringue. You woke up, silly Willy. Hi. Good morning. Okay, so let's turn you around, because I'm only doing things with one hand now. We have stiff peak, I would say, with our meringue. It's peaky enough for this gal. I've switched to the paddle. My chopped butter is ready to go in, plus my vanilla and my food coloring. So now we're gonna try and do this chunk at a time. Yeah, seems pretty cool. Right. Okay, the bean is in his high chair. Right there. Hi, Bean. So that Mommy can try and get this cake iced. So I have super green icing. I'm gonna pull some of it off into a separate bowl and mix in some teal, and then maybe mix in more green to make like a darker green, because I want to try and do like a watercolor effect. I was gonna try and do like leaves on it and stuff, and nobody got time for that, so that's not happening. But I got my spatula. I got the offset spatula in here somewhere. There you are. And I just need a little bowl. Just a little bit, I think. Maybe I need 2 little bowls. The Bean and I are just having a conversation. Where's your other leg? There it is. You silly boy. All right, I'm gonna tip you down for the mixing. You're 100% on a stool on my counter. Okay, so pull a little, oh, I guess I should. Ah! Really? That seems a little excessive. I don't need that much. All right, there's some. This just has to be enough to ice these 2 and fill them, because I don't have anything to put inside them. Now, I know you're supposed to do that whole crumb coat and chill business. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, because I just want to get this done so it is out of the way, because I still have to make a cake topper. But you know, we might have to crumb coat and chill. I would just like to say that I am not a professional, as you can tell. I think the thing I struggle with most with cakes is icing. Icing a cake is so incredibly difficult. I don't know what it is. It's just hard. I'm not a professional, obviously. But can we have a moment? Hold on. You need to see the Bean. That little guy, that little mushroom thing, hi, that I got from Walmart yesterday. He's loving it. Do you really like it? Is it awesome? Yeah, is it helping with your teething? Mr. Blue Eyes? Wow. That's some bright eyes, buddy. Here, we'll move you forward a little. There we go. All right, post bean break, we are onto the second layer of the cake. I have filled it with just the plain Swiss meringue buttercream icing, and I wasn't planning on doing a crumb coat, but it basically turned out that I had to do multiple thin layers. I don't know if that's the trick, but eventually it turns out pretty good. So stick with me on this one, because I'm actually really proud of this cake in the end. So 1000% messy, but apparently I'm doing a crumb coat. I don't know. So this is gonna go in the fridge to firm up, and I'm gonna mix the 2 other colors, and I'm not gonna put these in the fridge because I don't want them to get really hard and then like scrape away at this. Yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. I don't know. Hi. You cutie pie. You cutie pie. Time for a quick tidy up break. I like to tidy as I go so that there's less of a disaster waiting for me when I'm done. Also, can we have a moment for the world's cutest supervisor, Mr. Bean? Not that Mr. Bean, my Mr. Bean. Yeah, I know. I love you. I love you. I do. Yeah. Yeah. Really? Really? And then we're gonna do a cake topper. And then I gotta clean. I don't wanna. I said I wasn't gonna worry too much about like the toys. There's no point in me cleaning them up. Like I'll clean up enough that like Augie and I have a place to sit on the playmat and like play. But otherwise I'm not gonna worry about it because the boys are gonna get the toys out when they come home tonight. And then we'll pack them up. And then they'll get them out again in the morning, and the party's not till in the afternoon. So there's kind of no point, if you know what I mean, to me cleaning up the toys in a significant kind of way. I just need to make sure everything's off the floor so that I can vacuum mop the floor. Yes. I cleaned the bathroom the other day, like yesterday, so it's fine. And I'll just give the floors a good wash in there too. I think otherwise it's just like the dishes. So Peter was kind enough, I don't know if you saw in the video, Peter was kind enough to unload and reload the dishwasher last night while I was putting stuff away and making the cake and everything. So he did that, and it just needs to be emptied and reloaded again because apparently that's all I do. Tomorrow morning it'll be just like in between breakfast and party time. It'll be like a quick cleanup, put up the balloon arch, move the table over, set out the chairs. I'm gonna check the cake, see if it's cold enough yet. So I'm just trying to get like a decently thick layer on it that I can then smooth out with my knife. This is just... Sir, this is not going according to plan. Just keep scraping. Just keep scraping. Just keep scraping. Hey, we're getting somewhere, buddy. Hey, we're getting somewhere, Mom. I guess this is why people trim their cakes to be more like flat across the top, so you don't end up with this like kind of like ridge you have to cover. I feel like it needs to chill one more time, and I'll do one more coat of this green because I still have enough left to do like a pretty thick around. I think the top's okay, but I want to go around the sides one more time and then scrape it and then put the extra colors on and give it like that watercolor look. Yeah. Cool, so let's do that. We'll pop this sucker in the fridge. So I may have done something a little bit extra. By a little bit, I mean a lot. Because we were waiting for the cake to chill, the icing to chill, so I could do more icing. Augie got changed and had a boob, and then we chilled for a little bit. And then I thought, well, I have to wait for the cake to chill anyways. So let's go down to the computer and let's see if we can make like some stencils. So I found my big sheets of Mylar, and then I cut, I do it like that, then you can see like the shape that it is. A monstera leaf, obviously it would have like little holes here, but whatever. And then like a palm leaf, is that a palm? I don't know. Two fancy tropically kind of leaves. Because the theme we're going with is young, wild, and free. 3 instead of free. Young, where are you going? Sir, you're gonna go right off the playmat. I just needed to have a moment for the cutest bean in the world. For the cutest bean in the world. It's my Augie. Hi, sweet bean. Do you ever, I'm gonna tip you up a bit. Do you ever think, those of you who are parents, sometimes our children drive us to madness, crazy, absolute bonkers. But then you stop and you think, I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't. You're perfection. Your brothers are perfection. Maybe I'm hormonal. I don't know, but like, look at him. Look at him. I didn't know. You're looking at yourself and you're thinking, hot damn, this woman's right. Yeah, you're the sweetest bean that ever was. Yeah. Augie. 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 Like, I just love them. I love you. Okay, sappy moment over. All right, after that emotional meltdown, we are on to the fun part of the cake, or the first fun part of the cake. This was going to be a make it or break it moment. I did not know if this was going to work, but, you know, what have I got to lose? So I'm putting the different color bloops on the side of the cake and then just scraping it and scraping it and scraping it. And then I think I went back in with some of the light green. Yeah, there it is. Just to kind of break up the dark colors a little bit. And just kept scraping it until it kind of smoothed out and had sort of a watercolor effect. And then I'm taking my stencils, and obviously because the cake's got a bit of a curve, I have to hold it down in some spots. And then I had to chill after the first leaf before I did the second leaf. It worked! You guys! It worked! Bean! It worked! Woohoo! Let me show you, like, so far. Pretty cool. So I think the other one should go like this way and kind of overlap a little. So same thing with the other leaf, just delicately kind of press it on top. Again, I chilled the cake so that the other dark blue leaf was like nice and cold. It wasn't going to get all smudged. And there you go. 2 fancy leaves. Oh, that's so exciting. And then the cake topper can go here, like right there. Now I need to go make the cake topper. Later that night, we put the balloons on the doodads that you thread onto the balloon arch. And we set it all up just to make sure we had it kind of filled out the way we wanted it to, and kept all the extra balloons in a bag so that I could go in and fill in the gaps the next day. And then we hid it in the laundry room so the cats wouldn't get it. Gotta love when your birthday boy is screaming. Hi, birthday boy. Why are you crying? Why are you crying so much?
Yeah.
Hello, is that you? Is that you, birthday boy? Why are you crying? Hi. Why are you crying? Yeah, Mata.
This is one of the 80s jets.
It's one of the 80s jets?
Yeah, but it was the...
Yeah, they made it in the 80s.
They made it in the 80s. Show everyone. They made it in the 80s. It's an 80s jet. Thank you. They made it in the 80s. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap. Felix, birthday man, come here. Come here. So I'm showered. Pete's tidied up. Pete has a cat. Peter's family will probably be here imminently. My sister is just waiting for her husband to finish getting tidied up. He's a farmer, so they're coming soon. My parents should be here within the next hour. The pièce de résistance. I am so happy with how the balloon arch turned out. Let me show you. I'm gonna give you a close-up. Like, we have both bases at the bottom here full of water to be heavy. And then like we used the glue dots and really tried to fill it in. I threw a couple leaves up and Peter put some leaves to cover. We have a clamp right here. Show everyone our secrets. With some ribbon, just holding it up. And then it's just kind of like tucked in the corner. But come on! I probably should have put a balloon there. Whatever. It looks so good! Everything is...
Awesome.
Yeah, I put some leaves there. Kasper helped. He was the most helpingest helper. We have our tablecloth on, so it looks nice and tidy. We're going to start setting the table. I have some platters. I have some platters to fill, and the cake. I'm really happy with the cake. Sir, what is your problem? Yeah, that's what I thought. Tell me we're going to get through this day.
We're gonna get through this.
We're going to get through this. We're going to get through. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? That is not lunch, my friend. The apple, was the apple not enough? You can have a pouch if you want. Heck, you can have a bear paw.
What the?
I know. Anyways, my cake. Can we have a moment? Can we have a moment? I think I nailed it. And then this is the little cake topper I made, which the toothpicks are falling out, but it'll do. Yeah, it's for you. That says Felix.
How about we put it on to show
I'm not going to put it on the cake yet, I don't think. Or maybe I should. Do you think I should put it on the cake? Okay, let's put it on the cake. Sorry for the screaming at the end. He definitely cheered up once his cousins arrived.